I don't know, y'all. I'm having a hard time. I'm just not feeling what I'm used to feeling when I'm watching my reality TV shows. I'm not walking away from Housewives feeling like, oh, I can't wait to get to work to talk to my coworkers about what's going on. What am I talking about? Season 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Want to talk about it? Here you go. All right, if y'all really want to know the truth about it, a lot of what be taking me some time to do the Housewives videos and to get them to y'all on a timely manner is simply because this shit feels like drudgery. Like, whereas it used to be an exciting hour of TV for me to watch, it's taking me 2 to 2.5 hours to watch an episode. It's taking me 2 hours of laying down and trying to motivate myself to even bring it to y'all, then another 40 minutes to record. I don't know. It's like I found this episode to be semi-interesting as we begin to learn more and more about each of the individual ladies. But I also remember over 10 years ago when The Real Housewives of Atlanta first came out, me and my coworkers, we could not wait to get to work in order to talk about, you know what I'm saying, what was on this show, what was going on. We couldn't wait to go to lunch. And I don't know if it's a Housewives of Atlanta thing or if it's just a reality TV thing as a whole that we've gotten accustomed to what we see on reality TV and it's all just gotten old. I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg, but I'm going to attempt to do this anyway. So the episode opens up and we get to see a bit more about Britt Edie and her life. You know, Britt Edie and her husband has a very unique personality. And, you know, I've already been seeing some of the comments and folks want to go around and call the man names and so on and so forth. And I'm not going to repeat any of them here. I really like her husband's personality. I think he's different. I think he's quirky. And I don't think we've seen any husbands like him on reality TV in the black market, the black arena just yet. So shouts out to that. It was a little disheartening, you know, when you found out that Britt said her father had a $2 million life insurance policy, and because he passed while being in between jobs, they had to do a GoFundMe, and she says that was part of the catalyst for her creating her insurance company. Now, what was also sad was Britt talking about how she and her sisters don't really, you know, fool up with each other too heavy as a result of falling out of bad business. I'm going to tell y'all a practice that I've adopted. Me and my cousin Tina and Huntsville, we talked about this the other day. Not doing any business with family and friends. I'd rather my family leave me alone, let me do what it is I do, and I just earmark an amount of money that's going to go to helping the family, than to have my family and my friends connected with my business. It doesn't always end up being a recipe for disaster, but it definitely can be. So then we get to the studio session with Drew. Now listen, I'm not one of those people that has ever followed Drew's career closely. I don't know her from the TLC movie. Ooh, on the TLC tip, I didn't watch the game and I didn't follow her musically. But I will say I really enjoyed what it was that I heard in the studio, the little snippet that we heard. But I'm also going to tell y'all this. There is no world where Drew Sidora and Dennis McKinley are ever going to get me to believe that they just really wanted to work on music so well with one another and that this whole thing was not a conspiracy for a storyline on this show. Y'all are not finna sit up here and pretend like Dennis McKinley is Clive Davis, Andre Harrell, Dallas Austin, L.A. Reid, Babyface, Diddy. Praise the Lord, he's not Diddy from the sexual assault perspective, but Diddy musically. Y'all are not going to pretend like Dennis is even Matthew Knowles, that he's got this extensive reputation for turning artists and making them major success. Now, not to say that he doesn't have the ability to do so, But it would just seem to me that if Drew was trying to get her business, her music off the ground, that Dennis would not be her first choice of people to run to unless there was the extra incentive of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And for the record, I don't think that there's anything wrong with either of them wanting to work together in order to have a storyline for the show, in order to capitalize off of the eyeballs for the show. I can definitely understand why Dennis would want to be on the show. Who wouldn't want to be on the show where you can constantly advertise your name and promote your business? Drew needs it for a storyline and for money. They're cutting people left and right. And I can also understand how all of this would bother Porsha. The only issue that I have with Drew as it relates to working with Dennis is the simple fact that instead of just saying out loud, you know what, Porsha, yes, I did it. I thought it'd be a good look. I also thought it'd be great for the show, because that's really all it would require to put all of this to bed. What I don't like is people like Drew, who I always tell y'all, the one thing that you can do to make me get physical with you is to play on my intelligence. Okay? For me to be looking outside the window as I am right now, and I'm looking at the fact that the sky is blue and you're telling me that it's red. That's the quickest way for me to pop you. Okay? Because anybody with two eyes can see. Drew, I think there's nothing wrong with saying, due to the popularity of the show and how it would spread, me and Dennis decided to work together because we just thought it'd be a great partnership. That would make it all make sense. And then we don't even have to venture down this storyline of you being salty or you being backhanded and all of this. I tried to talk to Porsha, which is some other BS, Drew. Okay, because yes, you showed us some text messages where Porsha responded to you 2 and 3 days later, so on and so forth. And you're saying, I was trying to talk to her. Well, number one, we don't have any proof that that's what you was trying to talk to Porsha about, right? You really could have just reverse engineered those text messages and they just so happen to fit your date timeline. That's one. Number two, I hate when people do text messages like this. Hey Q, call me. Or, hey Q, we need to talk. No. I hate that. When I text people like that, call me when you free, my next sentence is, it's in reference to your dog being pregnant. I know somebody who may want one of the puppies. You have to give people a snippet of what it is you want. Okay? Porsha probably never returned your phone calls because y'all probably were never friends like that. Phone calls with people like you who I have to play catch up with probably feel like work. And they're probably in the back of her mind, she was like, Drew don't want nothing. Because I'm the same way. People who I haven't talked to in a while, they'll call me. I'm like, okay, girl, I'll call you back. Life gets ahead of me. And I don't end up calling them back because it's harder for me to talk to people that I don't talk to on a regular basis than it is for somebody I talk to on a regular basis, because I have to play catch up with you. And I don't like small talk. But I can assure you, if you would have put in a message, hey Q, call me. I know you selling your car. I got somebody at my job that might be interested. Now I know what you want. I'm pretty sure if she would have gave Porsha a one-sentence blurb about what this was in reference to, and especially because it's in reference to her baby daddy, her job, and a dude that she brought to this platform, I'm pretty sure by the time Porsha finished eating her chicken salad for lunch and her sweet tea, she probably would have called Drew back. She definitely would have called Drew back by the end of the evening. That's the way you do that. So nah, Drew, wow, okay, you didn't do anything illegal. I still feel like you're just not being a girl's girl. And you know what? You don't even have to be a girl's girl. You're just not being honest with the universe. You and Dennis both, and I think it's frustrating because, and I don't want to call Porsha not bright because Porsha is smart. Everybody just don't know how to articulate themselves as well as perhaps I do or some other people do, because that's part of what's bothering Porsha, and it would bother me. It would bother me. Don't go get my family. Don't go get my family. Don't go get my friends. Don't go get my people that I brought to this. My people, unless they're like a Shamea or a Marlo, who officially became friends of the show and who are truly friends through and through with these people, don't go getting my people, bringing my people to my job. And I don't understand why that's so hard for some of y'all to understand. And maybe it's because Porsha's not articulating herself as well as she should. and she's getting clouded by emotion. But don't go off getting people from out of my bag of tricks and bringing them here. It's not friend-like. It's not friend, best friend, baby daddy, my babysitter, my makeup artist, my hair person. Don't go getting somebody who the only link to this thing is me. No, baby. You want them, you go through me. You want my baby daddy to produce something for you, you go through me. You go, that's just how you keep confusion down. And a lot of y'all, business is business. She ain't married. That's a grown man. They could do whatever they want to do. You absolutely right. They can do whatever the hell they want to do, and look at the end result. Some of y'all are all right with this level of chaos and confusion in y'all life. I'll never be all right with it. I'll never be all right with drama, chaos, and confusion in my personal life. So no, don't handle me like this. If you saying it's just business, then handle all the business surrounding the situation, which included going through me to get Dennis to produce your records. And I know y'all finna bring up her, Ralph, Dennis, and all of them went on double dates, and I don't care. I don't care. That's how you can tell some of y'all don't have good family relationships and good friendship relationships with people. I'm going to give y'all an example. Toya and Eugene from Married to Medicine. Okay? I know Toya and Eugene. I see them out all the time when Quad and different people have functions. I'm with them. But my relationship, you know what I'm saying, if you want to call it that, is more so with Toya. Okay? Now, granted, I could call Eugene on the side for business. When I transitioned up here and I started looking for hormone replacement therapy and I found out Eugene was doing it, what did I do? I reached out to Toya. I said, hey, Toya, what's going on? I just saw on the TV you and Eugene got the hormone replacement therapy stuff going on. Let Eugene know I would be interested in working with him doing the hormone replacement therapy. And you know what Toya did? Toya said, here go Eugene. She said, oh, thank you so much. He would love to hear that. Here go Eugene number. Call or text Eugene. That's how you handle it. Now, from this moment on, if I pop up in the pictures or I'm down to the thing with Eugene, it's not no big, it's not all this. Toya know what's going on. And granted, Toya ain't got no fear of me sleeping with Eugene, so the dynamic is a little different, but y'all get what I'm saying. You dance with the person that brought you to the party. You dance with the person that brought you to the party. Now, you really gonna sit your ass back and let this whole Real Housewives of Atlanta party go by without joining the Patreon group? And I was gonna save this for later, but you know, as things get juicier and we live in a capitalistic society, I'm raising the price to $10 a month. So you might want to go ahead and get in on things while it's only for the $7.50. I'm just saying, join us over at the party on Patreon to get this full video and other exclusive Funky Dineva content.